All right. So good. Yeah. So how does the electrostatic precipitator work in your area?
It seems like the gases. I see UV gases and gases exit out of
Yeah, that can work. So basically, you have all these smoke particles, right? And that blue thing there is a what? Right? That blue thing there is a grid. And that grid gives the black particles, that's the smoke particles. Sorry. Right? They give those black particles a charge. Right? So the black particles, which are the smoke particles, are what? Negative, right? And as they move up, the red part is what? The red plate is what? The red is what? What charge? Positive. So the negatively charged smoke particles will go to the positively charged. And then what will happen? Right. So as all of them go on, right, as they fill up, as they begin to fill the plates, they just shake the plates. And what will happen is all the smoke particles will fall off and they will be collected and dumped. That's okay? Yes. So that's basically how the electrostatic precipitator works. All right, nice. Are you okay with that? But everything in the notes, so you don't have to write it, okay? It's just for us to run through it. And next popular one is painting cars. How does it work, Ricardo? Ricardo, you on your phone now? Well, don't message them, man. Pick up your phone. All right, I wanted to explain this spray painting a car. How does it work? How does electrostatic? Yeah. You want to explain it?
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
According to the notes, the car is electrically cool, and the tip of the spray gun is connected to the high voltage supply.
See supply. What you say? Yeah, listen.
When the paint drop, that's emerged from the ground.
Wait, that's really bad things.
And guys, my notes.
All right, go ahead.
They become positive charge. In negative charge, they reduce on the surface of the car. By the positively charged droplets.
Yeah.
Droplets, right?
Go ahead.
The process allows the heat to be applied evenly over a relatively large area. Then the pump
Wasteless. Right. So what this will do is this will give you a nice even film of paint. So you don't have to worry like some of the areas. You don't have to worry. Oh, it wasn't done. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So basically, the charge the car gets a charge, and the paint has an opposite charge, right? And you pass the paint on it. All in this class, all in this relaxing basic. Do some work for my place. Oh, right. So yeah. So it's important that we understand that, right? So the car has a charge. The paint has a next charge, right? And when they meet, what's happened? Oppositely charged particles they attract and they give you a nice even paint job. All right. You have agricultural spraying. I'm going to ask you to do that one for homework for me. Right, but the one I am interested in is actually, let's read through all the others, right? Electrostatic copiers, you can read up on that. Let's take a look at what happens in an aircraft and fuel tankers, right? In an aircraft, electrical charges can accumulate due to the frictional effects between the aircraft and the air during flights. When the aircraft lands, the discharge to the earth is potentially explosive, in the presence of aviation fluid, right? Aircrafts are therefore made with slightly conducting rubber so that the charges are conducted harmlessly to it when the aircraft lands, okay? In our fuel tankers, for example, vehicles carrying fuel tanks can become charged by friction with air particles. Metal chains are used to ground the vehicle to prevent the excess buildup of charge. Okay, so like when those tankers they pack up and they're about to discharge gas, you might recognize a chain that they have in the back. You put a chain on the ground to discharge the vehicle, and then they start to release the fuel. Okay. All right. One of the important ones I'm interested in. One of the important ones I'm interested in is the lightning conductor. All right. So I want to show you a little simulation for that. And then let's see if we could explain what's happening, right? You'll see now online. I'm not sure if you're seeing the you'll see all that? Yeah. Online, if you're seeing the video and everything, I know it might be a little slower. Y'all seen it there? All right, hold on. Right, so here's the problem, right? Those very, very tall buildings. One of the problems with the building is that when a thunderstorm or a cloud with those high like a cloud, anyway, thunderstorm cloud, right? When those clouds build up around the building, what has happened to those buildings? That those buildings are in danger of being struck by the lightning. So what you need is something called a lightning rod that they use to help pull the electricity away and also weaken the electricity coming out of the cloud. All right. So if you look at this simulation here, it kind of shows you how the rods will work. All right. Online, are you okay with that? So I just want to start it over. Right. I just want to start it over so you can see how it will work, right? Oh no, what just happened there? Crap, I lost it. Right. Let's just see if you'll get back, right? Okay, like I lost that one. All right, I want you all to all right, anyway, I'll try to explain it here because I'm not getting that simulation to work again, right? I think I lost my contact time with it. So watch this here. right? If you look here, what you will see as a cloud approaches, the cloud is made up of all these electrons and these positive and negative charges. You'll see that? And of course, you have all these tall buildings here and the trees and everything. Those are positively charged. What will naturally happen? Right, as it builds up, the negative will be attracted. The positive will attract the negative, right? So right, if you look here, similar thing will happen. All right, see what happened there? I don't know how to replay it, but right, see that? So as it builds up, as the negative charges build up, it will move down in the form of a lightning strike straight to whatever is the highest thing that's positively charged. Okay, so here's what the lightning rod will do for you. Right, so the lightning rod, watch it here. So what the lightning rod did, the lightning rod attracted all of the electrons, right? It attracted all of the electrons and it pushed, it's connected to Earth. So it'll push all the electrons down to Earth where it's neutralized. So because the lightning rod is supposed to be like one of the highest aspects of all the buildings there, right? It will attract the electrons and pull it downwards to Earth where it's neutralized. Okay, so that's basically how the lightning rod works, right? So this simulation kind of lame compared to the next one, right? But so, yeah. Since if on top of our house, it wouldn't affect the lights. No, it's a totally separate connection. So the rod connected, it's attached to the building, but it's totally separate. It's not connected to the electrical supply in the building. It's something totally separate. It's like a proper antenna. It's like an antenna, but the lines from the antenna running to it. Kind of like that. So it's not coming towards the house or the building. All right. Online, are you okay with that? The simulation kind of lame, but the next simulation is much better though. Online, are you okay with that? Eden, Katrina, you'll have an idea how the rod works. Yeah. I wish I could I sign up for this K-12 thing. Right, but those who are online at home, right, you can take a look at that, right? Interactive K-12 simulation lightning rod. That video real nice. It shows you exactly how it works. Because really, and you can take off the headphones, please. Right? Right, because what it actually does is that it weakens. Right. What it actually does, it actually weakens the strength of the electricity initially. And then when it strikes, it's a very small value now. So you can easily take it and discharge it to it. All right. All right. Let's just go back to the notes and read out that now. Right. So for those who could take a look at the simulation here from a lightning rod electric fields. Yeah, they can use all the food and watch it actually. Nice. Yeah, that video, I'll give you 2 minutes, watch it. Right, those who are online, you can load it in a different browser and see if it open up. It should open up. Lightning rod electric fields, right? All right. So quickly, you can watch the video there. Right. All I want you to do is just watch and see how it decreases the amount of electrons in cloud first. Right. All right. So we can finish up right after, right? Yeah. Kiran, you okay with that? Right. So let's just take a look at this and we're done, right? Hello. Right, so it consists of a long copper strip connected to the side of the building. The highest part of the conductor is above the highest part of the building and consists of several sharp spikes. The base of the strip is connected to a copper plate buried in the ground. Are you okay with that? As answer the question, Ricardo? How it's separate from the building? Yeah. Thunderclouds usually consist of a high concentration of negative charges produced by frictional effects. When a negative charge cloud passes over the building, a positive charge is induced on the spikes and a negative charge on copper plates. The negative charge of the plate is dissipated on the earth. All it's saying there is that when the clouds come, when you have the clouds, right, and you have the spikes, if you're negative, what would the spikes become? Positive, and you push all the electrons that they have around it down in it and neutralize out. So now here positive and well here negative, right? So the high positive charge on the spikes now produce an intense electric field which is strong enough to ionize air. So all the air molecules right above it, they become ionized. Okay, and to produce air molecules, ionized air molecules positively. So now the positively charged ions are repelled upwards to the negatively charged cloud, and what does it do? It neutralizes some of the charge. So the cloud is not as well, the negative charge in the cloud is not as high. That's okay, Kelly? You okay with that? Right, and the intense electric field which exists between the cloud and conductor causes the electric charge to move downwards and strike the highest points, that is the spikes. The charges are then conducted harmlessly to Earth. The reduction in charge of a thundercloud also reduces the intensity of the spikes. Yeah. So you have, so if you look back at the diagram, right, I will do a little drawing here. So you have a little building, right? And to the side of your building, you have your spikes here. Right? You have your little spikes and you have your rod with a copper plate down in it here. Right? Excuse Jacob for drawing something, you can watch it now. Right? And you have this big cloud here. You have all those negative charges, but it's a lot of negative charges, right? So if that will strike the building, then that will damage the building. So the first thing that happens, that buildup of electrons causes a buildup of positive charge here. Any negative charge will be pushed down to Earth and neutralized. Okay, what that will do is all the air molecules around there will ionize it. It's like charging by induction, and then those positive charges now will go up in cloud and neutralize some of the electrons. Right? Okay, now again the electric field will build up, and as a result it will pull the weaker lightning strike towards the positively charged pipe. Pull it down to earth and neutralize it. Yeah.
Spikes are bigger.
Well, they choose the spikes because the spikes will be made out of metal and they could go high up in the air.
But why not like one place?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like one long spike, you know. But yeah, the one of some of the designs will be a little open to increase the surface area. Yeah, so yes, to answer that, yeah, to increase the surface area. Yeah, right, because you want to have a weaker strike. Kilon.
Yes.
Right, so in your own words, Kilon, you can just explain how the lightning rod works. Your own words. Excuse me, Kilon.
Oh, sorry. This charge shot is like
That's it. You gotta get like 10 marks. So I get like about 4. A little more again. Can on your weekend, sir? I just want to kind of give me a rough explanation of how it works. Yeah.
When negative charge cloud comes over, positive charges rise up.
Okay, initially, right? Yeah, right.
Only negative charges put together and then strike that positive. Well,
So something happened before that.
only because it's not like goes inside like
Right. So when the lightning rod, when the spike becomes positively charged, what does it do to the air around it? Pick up, right? Ionizes the air. And if the air positive, what's happened to those air molecules? They go up into the cloud and into what? They neutralize. Right? And now what does that happen? It neutralizes some of the electron. So it makes this strike when it hits the earth, when it hits the not more direct, weaker, less intense. Right? And the less intense will now go to it will go to the rod and down to earth and neutralize. That's okay? Long-term Grace. Huh? All right. Okay, nice. So that's the way the lightning rod works. You do have a diagram, so just squeeze the diagram coming up, please. Mine is not the best.
You know it's a
Huh? Yeah, do your thing now. Right, just make a note type. That's the lightning rod. It's not the best diagram in the world, but just make a little note now, please. I have drawn that. Elena, you mind drawing that diagram, please? Let me see. Come on, hurry. You're just making a jot of the diagram because they do have it in the note. Malachi, are you done?
Yes, I am.
What's that, Malachi? That's what you joined, boy?
I mean, there's money best you do it, but
It's not even.
Good, no offense, so they can't really go for that.
Look at my diagram. All you can't be serious. Look at my diagram and what's Malachi diagram. I don't feel ashamed to put that in my book. All right. Finish? Those are called past papers. What you will notice is that when you have an exam, just give you a paper. When you finish with it, it's called a past paper. Right?
For real?
Yeah. So what I did, I shared some of the past papers there with you. All right. The conversation that we were having. Pass. That's all. All right, so let's go. Right, so that this is not a popular topic like it's not a popular topic like the other subjects that the other topics that we doing, right? But there are one or two nice little questions on it. Right, so there was one that came recently. I think it is yeah, Jan 2023. Came just the other day, right? It came in Jan 2023 and it was on electrostatics. Let's see if we can answer it now. If we can my definition, you can look back at the note. What's an electric field? Okay, good. A field that contains, now I'll give you a better definition. Look at the note. Huh? And a region around an electric charge where when electric force is experienced. Write that down. A region around an electric charge where an electric force is experienced. Please write it down here. It is Jan 2023, number 5E. I just message Reginald and let him know. Jan 2023, number 5E. Huh? Or is the region around an electric field? Sorry, electric charge. Region around an electric charge. Region around an electric charge where an electric force is experienced. Kelly, you right there? Okay, so that's I use it 2 marks. An electric force is experienced. Right. Do me a favor. Draw the diagram, draw the electric field around it. Draw the electric field around that. Part B. B.
I was still going to say. Who wants to please come? I guess my I do not think that I'm just
Watch, I was kind of hoping earlier. Turn that slide there for me, you know. Earlier, turn this slide. Right, so electric fields always what? They move away or towards the positive. Huh? Away, I'll take that. Just make sure they're nice and evenly spread out, right? Next one. Right, so a smaller uncharged metal sphere is suspended by a cotton thread and brought close to the positively charged sphere. Draw the distribution of charges in Q. So your diagram, draw Q. Draw how the charges will be distributed in Q. Huh? Well, put it to the side now. Put it to the side. Don't erase the arrows. No. All they want is how the charges in here look. Inside. Inside. When they say electric fields, then talk about the outside, right? So just draw it close enough now. Yeah, big man. Sorry? Right, I'll talk to you again. Try to get him another raise, right? Working. Working. He learns. At settlement, make a comment on months, right? On Tuesday. Yeah. And some months. No, this week. I got. I got. I got Manuel. Right. Message me some final. English. Oh. I know. You're asking strictly on that. But we will get somebody else in July so they can join them. Show competition. All right, yeah. Who can help me out here? Kiran, what to do here? So remember, you have a whole set of positive and negative inside here, right? So what you will do? Right, Andy? Very good. So the negative will come here and the positive will go on the outside. Yes, sir? Haley, you okay with that? Sure. Online, are you okay with that? Shannon? Are you good there? Katrina? All right, there's one more part. Sorry, not one more. There's a next part. Describe what happened. Okay, no, you take a read and tell me what will happen here. Right, so I want somebody to help notice. I'll pick somebody online here. Shannon, tell me what you think now. So an earth wire was brought into contact with the sphere as shown in figure 10, then removed. Describe what happens in the wire and state the final charge of Q. What you think will happen there?
So I think all the positives and
All the positive will move down to it. But then remember, what does the just on? Let me let Shannon try. Shannon, what do you think will happen here? I think all the negative will move down to it. Remember that? Remember, Earth is what charge?
neutral.
Earth is positive charge. So what the Earth will do, it will pull away all the negative charge. And then when all the negative charge goes into it, it neutralizes, right? So if the Earth wire is connected to Q, what will happen? Right, all the negative fellows will go down the road here. Right? So therefore, so all the negative people go down to it, and all the positive people will stay in the ball. So the ball will become what charge? Right. So in your own words, answer that, please. What happens in the wire and state the final charge of Q. All right, last part. Last part, you mightn't be able to do the resistance, but you could do this. Do that last part for me. Last part. How many formulas you all learn in electrostatics? One. There's one formula we have to do. One day after our class. Yeah. That's it. Right? What do you call them? Oh, there's only one formula, so what's the one formula? Huh? So stop. Only one formula we did it. Let's go cover. Back, look back to it. One formula we did. Barrage, what's the formula we're using here? Q is equal to nice. Q is equal to IT. Nice. Work it out, please. Barrage it yourself. All right, work it out for me, please. Tell me what you got. All right. We are jumping. Too small. I'll down one. 3. Hasta luego. You're looking for work. You're looking for work. Pardon me? Right, so Mr. Piano, formula we're using is what? IT. And they want us to find charge, right? So current is how much? Right, and time is how much? Do I put hours here? I have to convert hours to, so it's 8 by 60 by 60. Beautiful. So the final answer is what? What's the final answer, Malachi? That sounds wrong. Because they left out coulombs, Malachi. Wash what? Very good.
Also, that's all.
Very good.
I don't get on son for back. We had to bring something out. That's fine.
And well, I didn't teach you this as yet, right? But there's a next formula that can help you find resistance, right? R is equal to V over I. Right? R is equal to V over I. So V is equal to 220 and the current is 11.
Yeah, that's okay.
How much is that? Huh? Yeah, but we'll be doing that next week. Right. So that brings us to the end of electrostatics. We're not done. I want to show you what we're doing next week. Right? Next week, we're going to focus on electricity. What was the difference, Malachi? I want to give you something a little chat. What was the difference between electrostatics and electricity?
Well, one clearly and with statics. So one is
Let's face the wall. Huh? One is more friction. Nah, look at something else. Kelly, you remember the difference between electrostatic and electricity?
I think that
Electricity is moving electrons, right? And static is to stay in one place. I'll take that. I'll take that. Very good. Very good.